food freedom is a big thing that I preach, and going all in is a term that we use kind of in the community of a way of recovery. And some people decide in recovery to kind of introduce a new food every week and take it slowly like that. And then we have something called all in, which is basically just giving over complete freedom, like giving over complete freedom to every single craving, every single thing you want, and just learning to listen to your body. And it's hard. It's like the most difficult thing to start doing, but that was the thing that really helped me in the end. So that did mean if I want to buy this stupid caterpillar cake or anything, that I was allowed to do that, and I was allowed to find joy in that again. And I think that that's part of it. It's like this was something that really I would have been excited to eat as a kid, and I have good associations of having this at like kids' birthday parties and stuff. And actually being like, oh, I can actually have that again, and I can feel excited. Like that's all right.
Exactly, exactly. And there doesn't have to be like a boundary or a restriction around that. And so how do people, start to do this and like go all in, and like, because I feel like that would be very triggering in some way too, right? Because like if you've been someone who's maybe restricted yourself a lot, or even if you're someone who maybe binge eats a lot, like how do you find that line, you know?
It's very, very difficult. And I think that the thing is that I can only speak from the experience of a restrictive eating disorder. And I think a lot of the advice I would give doesn't fit too well for binge eating disorders, because obviously that's a totally different thing. But I would say for people that have experienced that restriction, it has to be done safely. And there's a lot of misinformation online where it's just okay to do it straight away. You can't just suddenly, if you're underweight, you can't just suddenly eat whatever you want, because it'll freak out your body and you have to take it slow. But I would say that what it means for me is just slowly giving over and learning that if it pops up in your head, oh, I'm hungry right now, instead of shutting it down, going and grabbing something. And for me, it didn't necessarily mean I'm going to have a burger and chips and challenge every single fear food in one day, but it's just slowly learning to just give over and understand and trust your gut and trust your body, that your body's telling you the right things. And I suppose in the same way, it's similar for binge eating disorders, because it's learning to understand, okay, I'm full now, and that's all right. And I don't have to finish my plate. And by the way, that is one of the biggest reasons that we have a culture of binge eating, because we force children to finish their plates of food when they're full. And it's not okay, because we don't learn how to listen to our bodies and become attuned with, this is how much I need, you know?